Hello everyone. So I'm going to tell you about the interesting evening that I had tonight. I either almost died twice or I almost died once and had one hallucination, but I am not sure which of those happened, so I'm just going to tell you about my evening. Um, so Deanna had knocked on my door and told me that supper was ready. And so I got up and go to my door, and my bedroom is at the end of the hallway, and the hallway leads to the other side of the house that has the living room and the kitchen. And so I walk out, and on the wall at the top, at the end of the hallway, is a spider the size of my head. My head. Like the body was like small-ish, like this, and then the legs were like literally longer than my fingers, which is not an over exaggeration. And so I'm standing there staring at the other wall, like completely frozen, just going, oh my Lanta, 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 like whispering to myself, and I could not move. And I'm not even kidding you, I did that for like at least a minute. And then afterwards I was like, okay, you need to move, Anna. You need to move. You need to go eat. You can do it. And then after another minute of not moving, I finally got the courage and closed my eyes and ran at the speed of light past the spider down the hallway. And then I get to the end of the hallway and I looked back to see if the spider had like moved or anything, and it was gone. Like completely gone. And it was huge. Like it couldn't have gone anywhere. It couldn't have gotten through like little cracks or anything. So I was like, okay. And I go and sit down at the table while continuing to go, oh my Lanta, 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 oh my Lanta. And thinking to myself, did I just hallucinate a spider the size of my head? Part of me hopes that it was a hallucination because I don't want those to exist in Indonesia, but part of me is like, that's not healthy if I'm hallucinating. And so I finished my supper in silence and still in shock. And then after supper, I walked up to Edwin and Helmi's house, which is at the top of a very long hill that I have to walk up. And so it's pitch black outside because the sun sets at like 6 o'clock here. And I have my flashlight on my phone, so I'm like shining it on the ground so I don't like slip and fall or anything. And so then on my way back down, I realized that my phone had died, so I didn't have my flashlight anymore. So I'm walking down the hill, and I'm like, I'm going to die. Like, people drive their motorcycles up and down the hill all the time, and it's pitch black, and they're just gonna run me over. B, it had just rained, so it was crazy slippery. And C, it's like on the edge of a hill, so I could have just like walked off a cliff. So I'm walking down, literally can't see my hand in front of my face, and I'm just like, I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die. And so I'm walking down, and all of a sudden I hear like a motorcycle coming, and then it gets around the corner, and then I realize, hello, they have lights on the front of them so that they can like see people. So when I got close enough, it saw me and like moved over. And then I'm like getting down the hill, and I'm just like envisioning myself like tripping and falling and breaking my back and my laptop and my phone, which are like in my backpack. But I finally made it down the hill and did not die. But then I got into the house, and I'm now crazy paranoid of spiders the size of my face. And I'm looking at like every wall and every blank spot and every crack and crevice looking for spiders the size of my face. And I go down the hall to my room, and I just like, when you like turn the doorknob and then just like quickly flick the door open but don't actually go in. And then I crept in and turned the light on, hoping that the walls weren't going to be covered in giant spiders. Ugh. I hate bugs. I hate bugs so much. The scene in Lord of the Rings with the giant spider, like, nightmares. Oh my goodness. Yep, so that's my story about either almost dying twice or dying once and having a hallucination. You decide. So I have that paranoia to look forward to for the next 7 months. Yay, fun in Indonesia!